I got a big surprise for y'all. We're doing our first brand collaboration.
Oh my god!
So this is the brand right here. Like I said, it is by a company called Olive Glow, and the actual wax that we're using today is Midnight Melt. As you can see, it's a very dark type of color to it. It's literally like a black color. So in my opinion, as of right now, I actually do enjoy the texture and the consistency of it. And mind you, this is a smaller pot. It's been sitting at 130 for a little while now, so it is on a little bit on the warmer side. As you can see, it is a little bit more liquidy. I do plan to actually turn it down when I do start waxing. I just needed it to like actually melt down for me really quickly. So this collaboration actually was one of the most perfect time possible, because I did just come back from a 2-week-long trip, and I definitely did not bring my little wax warmer so that I can wax my legs, because you know, like legs, don't get me wrong, the hair be gone, it don't really grow back. But I went out there on week 1 of after waxing my legs, so I was on week 3 by the time I had left. So you know, them little thin hairs were starting to grow back, and I wasn't tripping, because even now you can barely still see the hairs. Of course, you know, when you get up close you can definitely see it. Obviously, that's not the point. With this though, I was like, I wanted to try it on a Brazilian underarms and legs for sure. We are going to start with our cleansing gel from Nova Wax. I got this little 3-set part from Amazon. They're actually out of order. That's insane. I got this little 3-set cleansing from Amazon. Like I said, it's the cleansing, dehydrating, and smoothing lotion, as well as the dual action oil. I personally use the oil that came with it as like a cleanup oil for like cleaning off the pot, cleaning off the actual area if wax gets stuck, that type of thing, or just clean like them little bit of hairs off, like them little wax pieces that get stuck to the skin on my client. This is the actual oil I use for like aftercare for the wax itself. This one is from Bush Balm. Chef's kiss. Just to start, of course, we're not going to put a whole bunch of powder on the legs, because we don't want it to be the point, like I said, where it's intentionally drying out the skin and sucking the moisture out the wax even more. So just for the sake of the demonstration, I just put just dabbed my actual cotton swab in a little bit of powder that's sitting on a napkin. I went over it the one time, I just didn't get my back side of my leg, so I'm just do that side. All right, I'm gonna do a whole strip, and I'm gonna do it the way I normally use like regular wax to wax my legs. Like I said, that temperature, I'm also leaving the lid off of it right now. It is a smaller pot, and it is turned up a little higher, so honestly it is on the warmer side, but the consistency of it is still really okay, and it's right now set at 109. So of course, you know, we can definitely turn it down a little bit more, but because I don't really know how to operate with this wax just yet, I'm not going to take the chance. I'm just letting it cool down. Plus this is a new like tester pot too. So oh, great spreadability. Oh, you can actually see that it's already dry, like a little towards the top where I first laid it at. I didn't even set the timer yet. Jeez. And it's basically already dry for real. Mind you, I just laid it. It's dry. Okay, hold on, we don't even need this. That was 14 seconds for nothing. Yep. So you know, it's black wax. I doubt you can barely really see anything on it. Let's see if we can do like, you can kind of see them hairs, but not too crazy. Again, it's black wax. Like, I have black hair. you know. But right here, you know, up and close, let's see. There we go. So here we go. Now you can see a lot better. Okay. And then it did really good. Now I will say closer to the bottom where the wax itself did start to run out a little bit. I wasn't applying enough pressure at that point. It's like 5 hairs right there. Like I said, closer to like down here, I wasn't really applying the best pressure, so I'm not surprised. Honestly, this is some really good. Okay. Then I got it turned up so high is because the heat is only really at the bottom, so it's like heating up just the bottom, like the center part of it, and then you know the middle from that point is then heating up the sides. So it is kind of really warm now. Let me get something to say. Okay. So I'm gonna do a side where I didn't get to. This wax has really good spreadability. And it has a really great dry time. Like, look how much of my leg it actually covered. And mind you, it's on the warmer side, so I really couldn't get as much as I wanted to. But that's a really good, okay. And you can tell it's holding its moisture really well. Like, that is, it's already dry. I just laid it down, it's already dry. And look how it just came. You could tell that part was obviously on the thinner side, but even still, the little strip came up like it was nothing. You know, certain hairs be stubborn anyway. I don't care that much. It's always, that's the point of a cleanup strip. The cleanup strip is to literally get those hairs. So with that being said, let's do the cleanup strip. My cleanup strip, you know, that's just the opposite direction. Dragging it back up the leg. Oopsies. That one just broke, so you know we couldn't get the absolute best lay down because it broke. Midway, just completely fine. I'm not gonna blame that on the wax. That was obviously me and my pressure that I was applying to it. So all right, and because you know it's a cleanup strip, we laid it the opposite way, so now we're gonna pull it up the opposite way. I can't lie, for this to have been my very first collaboration, I'm extremely excited that it was with a actually really good wax. Like, this was so good because you know a company that I don't really like I feel like the wax dries out really fast is Mermaid Wax. I'm not gonna say all of their waxes, but I can't even remember the one that I used to use. I know it was like one of the I want to say I'm lying, I can't remember, but I remember it was the clear one with the sparkles in it. I cannot remember which name it was, like what the name of it was, or which like mermaid it was. I didn't like that one. And it was one before that I used to use, because the one with the clear one with the sparkles was like one of the better ones that I used to have. And I'm just like, bro, this wax still dries out so bad, and it's just like I don't know. But I'm not gonna sit here and say like all of their waxes are bad. It was just like maybe, you know, whichever one or two that I had I didn't like. Another one I didn't like is Star Pill. I've tried like 2 or 3 different ones from Star Pill. Again, these were like years ago, back 2022, like 2021, a minute ago when I was trying mermaid wax and stuff, because I learned about them in esthetician school. But their wax, but their wax spot is good. Like,